YouTube, what the Total War Attila is going on? HeirofCarthage here. I'm going to be getting my browser pulled up so I can see this info while I'm doing this. I want to spend this video talking to you about the Tanukhids, which is a new faction available in the Empires of Sand DLC, which is now available. I actually could have gotten this video up for you all yesterday, but I was running a little bit behind. So, interesting starting position. Whoops, wrong one. Tanukhids, yeah, so they are a horde faction. They're a Middle Eastern horde faction, so this will give you something different to go after here. So yeah, their hordes start off, it looks like, in the deserts, maybe near the Lochmids or the Gassanids, in between the Sassanid and the East Romans, so lots of rich plunder available for these guys. It is a very hard start, because think about it, you start as a horde, you're right in the middle of two very powerful empires. You can expect that this is going to be difficult. So these guys look to be a fun challenge and campaign. Horde with the Sassanids on your east and the East Romans on your west. There's some irony for you, the East Romans to your west. In any case, yeah, so they're another desert kingdom. So like the other ones, I've read through these, but I'll read it again. Sunscorched +2 sanitation. They're immune to desert attrition, which is great for this horde. That 15 attack in the desert is going to be awesome versus the Sassanids and the Romans, and you're going to need that over there. So these guys are going to be brutal in the desert, probably. And then, of course, you get the increased penalty for other faiths. Now, as far as their legendary raiders trait that they get here, food is obtained only through settlement battles when a horde. What? That's awesome. So you're literally stealing your food from the settlements. Gonna have to see how that works. I have not gotten to try these guys out in campaign yet. Should be interesting. Victory rallies. So additional horde growth gained through successful battles. That's pretty cool. And then swelling the ranks. Raiding stance provides free rebellion militia. Now don't get too excited. The rebellion militia unit is terrible. So yes, absolutely awful. Interesting start. This is going to be an interesting add to the campaign. At least I think it will. Very interesting indeed. Is there supposed to be like a shadow behind this guy? I don't know what's going on back there. Very interesting. Cool looking dude, but I don't know what that odd like shadow thing is behind him, what that's supposed to be. Anyway, let's go take a look at their units in the custom battle multiplayer. Plus, this will be what they have in campaign. So, Desert Chieftain, Desert Warlord, this is the same, but look at this. Mavia's Bodyguards. A very heavy shot cavalry. Pretty lackluster charge bonus for a very heavy shot cap. The health's very nice. And they have 3 100 missile damage javelins. That is pretty impressive. They also have rapid advance, meaning they could get away from or add extra speed to a charge. Very, very interesting indeed. 50 armor piercing damage too on those javelins. So again, nothing special in the spear department. That was Axum's area. Oh, let me read you a little bit about the Tanukhids real quick too. The Tanukhids represent a desert rebellion with a hyper-aggressive playstyle, plus a host of unique traits and features. Unlike other hordes, the Tanukhids obtain food through fighting settlement battles rather than from farm buildings. Not only that, but winning battles spreads fame and swells their ranks, increasing the horde's growth. The Tanukhids are extremely difficult to stamp out. Also, Tanukhid armies in raiding stance gain a free rebellion militia unit every turn with no unit upkeep cost. Again, that unit sucks, just to let you know, so don't think that it's going to be crazy OP. They're basically missile fodder. Tanukhid armies in raiding stance, oh yeah, I already got that. So when they decide to finally settle, a unique event chain enables them to absorb all their allies that they have liberated into a larger empire of the East. This sounds like fun. Really considering giving these guys a running campaign between them and the Hemyar, it might be really fun. Very interesting. That's going to add a unique flavor to play style, in my opinion. Very cool. Now, these guys, and I'm interested, sorry, I kind of choked myself. Had to get some water there. These desert pikes and these Tanukhid pikes, these are some of the most interesting units I've seen pop up yet, and I think these guys probably will see some action in competitive multiplayer. Now, I could be wrong because I haven't gotten to test it yet. Both these pikes have an interesting trait. See if you see it. Rapid advance? Really? Rapid advance pikes? They get plus 50% speed for 30 seconds? And the one thing that they have that other pikes don't is a missile block chance. A good one at that. So this scares me a little bit. Ugh. Is pike boxing going to be really back in style? I mean, pike boxing with Meneloptoi was already a pretty decent option because they had so much armor. They didn't have a missile block chance. These guys have a missile block chance, and they have armor. And they're not that expensive. And they have rapid advance. Just saying. I almost think that get your noob box out. They're back in style, I think, with these guys here. Going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Could be annoying. Here's those Rebellion Militia. Yeah, those stats speak for themselves. If you're excited about getting a free unit of this crap, then more power to you. Desert Tribesmen, we've seen these guys before. Desert Legionary Defectors have been in the game before. It adds a nice stable defensive unit to their roster early on, which is nice. Desert Palatina Defectors now. Pretty nice stats on these guys. Not great, but pretty good. Then you got Tanukhid Ambushers. These guys, 130 charge bonus. Now, the unit you saw in the last one, that again, I don't know if it was messed up or not, there was only 375 with 100 and some odd charge bonus. This unit is full strength, 120 men. You'll notice, though, no armor and fairly low health. A couple of cool things, though. They are immune to fear, they scare others, they have guerrilla deployment, and they have the resistance to fatigue and stalk traits. Frenzied Charge and Frenzy make them very tired, but it will make their charge and stuff very devastating if you time it right. Very interesting unit here, the Tanukhid Ambushers. Kushite Chotelet, we've seen these guys before. It's just kind of a nice high attack unit. It's going to have excellent armor piercing damage with that weapon. 20 armor piercing damage, pretty impressive. They pay for it a little bit in the health department though, but still going to be a nice interesting backbone unit. Nubian Archers, Desert Bowmen, we've seen those guys before, nothing different there. Same thing with Desert Hurlers. You got these Badia Skirmishers, 10 100 missile damage javelins with precision shot. Yeah, very expensive, but these guys have the potential to do some serious wreckage with those javelins, and they scare other units. So again, very interesting to see that they have all these fear units. No flaming javelins on these guys though, but maybe if you combine it with some flaming shots from the archers or something, that could be potentially deadly with all these fear units around. Cavalry-wise, Camel Warriors, Arabic Horsemen, Desert Raiders, all the standard Desert Cavalry armored Camel Warriors, and then they have Kushite mounted Chotelet, so nothing special here, but it's in their Shock Cavalry where you get all these interesting offerings. Now they have a lot of light Shock Cavalry, which is going to be odd. Interesting thing about it is it's going to be lightning fast. The challenging thing about it is that it's light, so it's going to have less impact damage, but their charge bonuses are very good for these units. Camel Lancers, you've seen before. Mavius Chargers, 252, 100 speed, low health, but I mean, check out, it's one of these units here. They get Klibinari too, in case you need a heavy shock unit. This will be handy for them when it comes to multiplayer. Look at these Mavius Chosen, 301 charge bonus. Now they are a very light shock cavalry, so up against a heavy shock cavalry, probably not going to fare real well, but that is a massive charge bonus. Look at that. That is 60 some odd charge, 68 more charge, no, 69 more charge than the Klibinari. Now they are very light, so keep that in mind, but they are also very fast. And they also have Frenzied Charge, which is going to give another 25% on top of that to their charge bonus, plus the additional speed, acceleration, deceleration. These guys can turn on a dime too. Very interesting, but again, they're light. Sandstorm Lancers, I don't know. These guys scare everybody, I guess. Maybe you get a little bit of that. Guerrilla Deployment Lancers could be useful. Very expensive, but if they got a right charge somewhere, it could potentially be useful. And they even have the scare ability along with the ability to scare people. These guys could be an interesting unit to get into a flank and see if you can cause a quick chain route. I don't know, though. The price is going to be really high. Nothing special with the Skirmishers either. Let's check out a few of these units. I'm going to get a couple of those Sandstorm Lancers, and then I definitely want to try out some of these Mavius Chosen. And then as far as the Tanukhid Ambushers, let's have a little fun here. Let's put together like a big nasty ambush army here. Oh, we need some of these Rapid Advance Pikes too. Let's see. Let's just get a auto-generated enemy army here. Elite Agathyrsi Cav, what a joke. Germanic Spearmasters, that's also a joke. I guess I'm just going to have to build the army for them. So let's see, Germanic Archers, got some Elite Agathyrsis, some Sarmatian Warbands. Let's put together a pretty tough enemy army here and see what we can do. There, that'll work. Yeah, let's throw together our own little nightmare here. Let's see. Let's have some fun. I'm gonna cut down on a couple of those guys. And let's get one more Mavius chosen. Let's get 4 of these Sandstorm Lancers just to have a little fun. I spent a little more money on my army over here, so not quite fair, but let's just have some fun. See what these units can do real quick. This is an interesting faction. We're going to have rapid advance pikes, all kinds of ambush infantry. Should be a whole lot of fun. Let's get like a rapid advance pipeline here. Yeah, you can't deploy straight behind the enemy, unfortunately, although that would be a lot of fun. Let's just run behind the pikes for protection. That'll probably work. And then got these Mavius chosen. Mavius bodyguards. And then let's put our Sandstorm Lancers and try something. Try something extra sneaky here. Since they can guerrilla deploy. Okay, this should be fun. Let's see how we can match up against the we're playing against the Alani. Yeah. This ought to be fun. Let's get all our infantry. Not all my Sandstorm Lancers are hidden. This one wasn't hidden, crap, dang it. Let's pull away from that a little bit. I don't want to start that engagement too quickly. Look how much faster our cavalry is than the noble Germanics, though, because they're all light. So I mean, you're gonna have very quick cavalry. And these Sandstorm Lancers come with 3 100 damage javelins as well, and they have the scare trait here. But again, remember, if they get charged, it's gonna get kind of nasty.
What are your orders? The enemy has discovered our hidden troops.
Straight into pikes. That seems like a good plan.
Heavy horse at your command.
I wonder if we can get away from those guys on the charge. Yeah, look how quick I can turn around and run away from a charging cav unit. So that could be handy. I mean, I just did a lot of damage with those javelins. Let's see if we can actually scare these units off the battlefield with that special ability. If you get a rear charge, we'll have some fun with them. Let's charge these ambushers into combat against some of these tough infantry. I'm going to charge through my own pikes. Yeah, they got shredded by the javelins on the Elite Agathyrses, but they're going to trade pretty well on the charge there, these ambushers will. This unit got shredded up by javelins, but it's already picked up 23 kills on Elite Agathyrsi. Obviously they're dying to them, though. But, I mean, with cheap pikes and being able to deploy all over them, look at that. I think the AI probably pulled away from me. They may not have actually engaged me properly. I want to see if the AI, like, if it actually engages me, how these Sandstorm Lancers do. Yeah, the AI is just going to attack straight on into all my pikes, so yeah, they're not going to do anything smart up front. Where'd that enemy noble Germanic horseman go? Just go into the flank of my men over here. I didn't get a chance to go head-to-head with any noble Germanics. Unfortunately, I may have to do another test and try that out. It probably wouldn't end well, would be my guess. Let's take a look at some of these pike units and other stuff. Just give you some up close of the units in battle. Obviously, again, this is not some like me being crazy good or anything. Yeah, look, these pikes actually holding their own up front against the Agathyrses. The ambushers actually would probably do okay-ish in just an open charge, but any unit that has javelins is going to jack them up pretty bad. But if units don't have javelins, they're going to do pretty nice in the charge. Plus, they are ambush. They can flank, and they probably have the fear ability. Like, and these guys, again, look, missile block chance on pikes along with armor. Missiles, and especially if you're in the woods, are going to not do you a whole lot of good versus these type of pike units. Let's take a look at the charge bonus of some of these fancy Lancers. Let's try the fear ability, see if it works well. Well, you're not exactly heavy horse, you're actually very light horse, but whatever we want to call it. These Lancers are doing better than I would have expected there, actually. Look how fast these guys are. They're probably weak to skirmishers, but they get around the battlefield quickly. Going to be able to charge the Germanic archers. They actually did not do a lot of damage there.
Our men return to the fight.
The pike line obviously is going to hold pretty stable against a low armor unit like Elite Agathyrses. Very cheap pikes. Let's see how fast they are with rapid advance on. So if we turn on rapid advance, let's just get a feel for how quick they move on the battlefield. These are the armored version too. Look, they can get into combat quickly, maybe drop their pikes, try and be quick support as pikemen, which is a bit different. A lot of my pikemen getting decapitated by Elite Agathyrses. Yep. Anyway, let's take some of these cavalry in and do some charges. I don't know if we can get good charges though versus... Let's charge the Alani General here with these Sandstorm Lancers. Gonna get a rear charge here. Rear charge the Alani General with the Scare. I think he was trying to charge my general. So yeah, not gonna be a real good test. Let's get a look at some of these cavalrymen up close. I don't know if those are the Sandstorm Lancers or what you're looking at here. Yeah, those are Sandstorm Lancers. Yeah, you can see how light they are, no armor. Just a quick lance unit that can ambush. Very interesting. Very expensive for light cavalry, but, you know, I mean, again, scare ability, all that other kind of stuff could be interesting. You can scare enemy units. Look at that! Point blank archer fire. I wonder if the light pikemen can actually catch... I wonder if they could actually catch archers in a foot race. Because they have 40 speed, I think, so they might actually be able to catch archers with the rapid advance. Yeah, not going to get great impact damage off these light Lancer units, but very cool looking units nonetheless. Lots of fun. Check them out up in combat. Lots of interesting units on the Tanukhids. It's going to make for an interesting playstyle. Everything being light, though, means you're going to be probably vulnerable to missiles. There actually are some noble Alani Cav running around back here that we could try these Sandstorm Lancers out against. Let's do that. Look at these pikemen running around as fast as they are.
Our men have regrouped. Lead them. Knock them down.
Alright, let's see. Where's those Sandstorm Lancers? Here they are. Let's charge some noble Alani Cav. Well, there's some archers nearby that are actually going to screw this up for me. Let's charge over here against this noble Alani Cav that was in Diamond. See if we can get any kills on the charge. So that was a Mavia's, or no, that's a Sandstorm Lancer. Actually drops a lot of Alani Cav off the charge. The noble Alani Cav did not get the best charge, and mine is a shot cavalry, theirs is not. And then the AI is going to pull out of the fight, so not a great comparison, but I mean, we did drop some enemy Cav on the charge. Sandstorm Lancer, though, very expensive, more costly than a noble Alani Cav, and probably would not go well in a prolonged engagement. Yeah, hopefully y'all got to see some of these units. So again, the pikemen all have a block chance. These are the ambusher troops, what they look like up close. Very light units, vulnerable to javelins, very high charge, and then of course you got all your light Lancer Cav too, which is going to make for some interesting play. Again, none of this is meant to be like showing a skill. This is just me putting a few units in battle so you can see them. How they get used in competitive multiplayer and elsewhere is going to be, you know, completely different. I'm just talking about them. So as far as their usefulness, rapid advance pikes that have missile block chance, this could be very useful, I think, in competitive multiplayer, because we've seen some competitive noob boxes that actually work a few times. Desert Palatina Defector is not bad for the cost. You get an attacking Testudo too, which gives you plus 15 versus infantry, unless it's still broken, which it very well could be. Again, very nice charge, ability to guerrilla deploy, make other units scared. And then not only that, think about rear charging with like a Sandstorm Lancer that has the fear ability. You know, you could drop that and it scares several units around, potentially useful also. You know, very expensive, but potentially useful because you can get a jump on people. Hope y'all enjoyed this. These skirmishers too, 100 damage javelins with scare and guerrilla deployment. So, I mean, think about deploying some of these guys with some of those guerrilla deploy lancers. I wonder how many of their lancers are guerrilla deploy. Or if it's just the one. No, the Dune lancers are guerrilla deploy too. So there is a cheaper version. Still pretty expensive. And they also have the fear, the scare ability. So you get a couple of units that can guerrilla deploy lancers, and you can even guerrilla deploy units like this to protect them. Very interesting. Both very expensive units, but could lead to some fun ambush scenarios. Hope you all enjoyed a close look at the Tanukhids. HeirofCarthage signing off for now.